Hi, I'm Chris with Avaria, and today I'm going to show you how to properly assemble your machine. Some of these parts will be located inside of a starter kit box, while others will be located inside the hopper on top of the machine. The first part I will show you how to assemble are the blenders. So the finished blender will look like this with the boot seal on top. So to do so, you're going to take the blender, put a little bit of food safe lubricant on the top of the blender with the metal, place the boot seal on top of that, and then finally a little bit of food safe lubricant around the top of the boot seal. Once you've done that, you can place it inside the cylinder. Next, I'm going to show you how to assemble your valve body. To do so, you're going to take the 3 valve poles and place their O-rings on there. So starting with the center valve pole, you're going to place the I-ring on there. So this one will be a little bit more difficult since it is a different size ring. Once you get it past the first groove, you can slide it down into the second groove there, place the top of the I-ring into that slot, and then finally the sides of the I-ring in place. Once you have that on, you can put the small O-ring right past that into the final groove. Now that you have the center valve pole done, you can move on to the side valve poles and just place the small O-rings on there. So there's going to be 2 for each of them. Once you have all the O-rings and I-ring on the valve poles, you can start to lubricate them. So just a little bit on each one of them. Once all the valve poles and I-rings and O-rings are lubricated, you can place them inside the valve body. So starting with the side valve pole, you're going to place it down. Make sure to push with a little bit of angle as well so that you don't break the seal in there. So just enough for it to actually go to the bottom of the valve body. Then moving to the center valve pole with the I-ring, press down again with a little bit of a twisting motion. And then finally the last side valve pole. Now that the valve poles are inside the valve body, we can begin assembly of the handles. To do so, you can take the handle retaining rod to start, and then making sure that each stainless steel handle, the groove between there, actually goes between the peg of each valve pole. And then you can just begin putting each one through. Once the handles are on, you can place the purple stars at the bottom here. Once the purple stars and handles are on, we can place the large O-rings on the back here. So you're going to want to make sure that each large O-ring does seal inside its groove here. So you're probably going to have to go through it a couple times to just make sure that it does push down all the way. Once they are down in the grooves, we can actually start lubricating them. So yeah, before you start lubricating, just make sure that you did press them all the way down and they're inside the grooves. And then you can start putting a little bit of food safe lubricant on each one. Once the handles, purple stars, and large O-rings are on, we can place it on the machine. So you're going to want to make sure that you always keep one hand on the valve body just so it doesn't slip off. So starting with the top corner, just put the large bolt on just to get it started. And you're always going to want to cross these so that you can properly secure them to the machine. So do the top corner of one and the bottom corner of one. So always making sure to just kind of tighten as you go, not to tighten one too much, and just evenly tighten them through. Once you have all 4 bolts on, always keeping a hand on the valve body, you can begin tightening them. Once you have all 4 bolts secured, you're now done with the assembly of the valve body on the machine. Now I'm going to begin assembly of the agitators. So you're going to take each agitator and the metal disc and just slide it into place. So repeating for both of them. Once they're both assembled, we can place them in the hopper. So when you put it in the hopper, you're going to feel a magnetic pull, draw it to the center of each one. So then you'll know that they are secured. Next, I'm going to show you how to place the product in the machine. But before you do that, you're going to want to double check to make sure each one of the bolts are properly secured to the machine. So again, just cross tightening them to make sure that they are in place so that you don't have any leaks. Now I'm going to show you how to place it in the machine. Now that we're beginning to place the product in the machine, we should make sure that the agitators are working properly. So to do so, you're just going to want to turn the switch on to make sure that they are spinning. Once you've confirmed that, we can start placing product in. So just slowly pouring it in. You're going to want to fill each hopper about 3/4 full. Now that we have one side filled, we can begin placing the product in the other side. So again, about 3/4 full. Once all the product is in, we can place the air tubes in. So you're going to take each air tube and just place it down into the opening there, making sure not to cover the hole so that you don't create an air pocket, and just push until it is securely in. Now that we've placed product in the hoppers, we can do a proper draw-off. The draw-off allows you to eliminate air pockets and gives you the proper air ratio. To do so, you're going to hit wash cycle and then draw off about 1/4 of each cylinder. So you're probably going to hear a slurping sound. The air is being eliminated from the product. So once you have roughly around 1/4 or so, you can move on to the next cylinder. And again, once you get around the 1/4 of product, you can stop dispensing it. Now you can put this back in your hopper so you're not wasting anything. Once you have that, you can hit the stop cycle, hit pre-cooling and produce, and now your machine is in operation. We can place the hopper lids on, and finally the drip tray.